not done.
Alright, so in this video I want to talk about how there are many ways up the mountain, but they all lead to the top. And when it comes to fitness, that saying couldn't be any more correct. It seems as if we think that there's one way to do things, and there isn't, because all of our bodies are very different. And it takes a skilled coach and a patient coach and an understanding and also an ever learning and ever evolving coach to really get people to where they want to be, and with as least work as possible, the most amount of result with the least amount of work with the most amount of result. It's very difficult because everybody's different. So the coach has really got to care and take the time and be sensitive to the psychological and physical changes and cues in an individual's body and mind. So I just want to give some examples. I train a girl named Karina. Karina started out doing very well with me, saw a lot of result. I let her have eating habits that however she wanted. Obviously, I had her calories, her proteins, carbs, and fats all in check to what I thought was best for her. It happened to work out well, first try. Things went well. She was influenced by some other people that I train, doesn't matter who, including myself. She started fasting, and it threw her off completely, and she went on for, I want to say, at least a month, maybe a little more doing that, and it threw her off. Now she's back to eating regimented how she originally was, and she's getting results again. That works for her. As soon as she gets up, she eats. That's what she does. I train another woman named Amanda. The same thing. She eats as soon as she gets up. She eats regimented, stops eating around 5, 6, 7 maybe. Same thing with like Karina. That works for her. Same thing with Rashandra. Same thing. She's got muscle. She's doing well. She doesn't fast. She wakes up. She eats. She eats regimented every, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours. Finishes eating early, goes to bed. She does well. For another example would be a gentleman named Andrew. He originally ate when he got up. He ate like a bodybuilder. Every few hours, he did great. On his prep, he did great. Toward the end of his prep, he did adopt fasting, and it did work well for him. But now he's back to, after prep, now he's back to eating more, right when he wakes up, more regimented, less fasting. So multiple people do well that way. Just because I like to fast doesn't mean it works for everybody. Myra, on the other hand, adopted fasting. She fasts, she loves it, she does well. Michelle fasts. I fast. Chris fasts. A lot of people I know do fast and they do well with it, but that's just them. I wouldn't do well if I got up and ate. I'm not hungry, and I would probably overeat my calories. And I know a lot of the people who fast, that's the main reason why they do that. That's obviously not Amanda's problem. That's obviously not Karina's problem, Andrew's problem, Rashandra's problem. It's not their problem. They need to eat when they get up. So that's the difference of how everybody can have a different regimen, or not the same regimen, yet they all get results if they stay true to themselves and what works for them. But let's talk about cardio. Or Esmeralda. Esmeralda is a great example. Esmeralda doesn't fast. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. But for the most part, she doesn't. She does fasted cardio in the morning, but she eats as soon as she gets home. She eggs, English muffin, and she is the most regimented out of everybody. Every 2 to 3 hours, she eats like a bodybuilder. And that works really well for her. She doesn't fast. No, but let's get into cardio. How everybody is different with cardio. And everybody's body metabolizes fat differently. And there's nothing we can do about that. Derek needs a ton of cardio. I don't tell people how much cardio I do because I need a lot of cardio to burn fat. Myra needs a lot of cardio to burn fat. It's just the way that it is. Esmeralda doesn't need that much cardio. She likes to do cardio, but honestly, she doesn't need that much cardio. Michelle needs a shit ton of cardio. Chris doesn't do any fucking cardio, and he's super lean. Karina, it seems as she does need a lot of cardio. However, we haven't pushed her to that level yet, so her result as far as fat loss is a crawl. But I can tell she's going to need a lot of cardio in order to achieve that lean look. Esmeralda, not the case yet. They're about with a similar height, similar body structure. visually, yet their fat, how their body metabolizes fat is completely different. Yet they eat very similar on how they're regimented as far as every few hours, first thing when they wake up, yet how they burn fat is different. So I have to be sensitive. I don't just say, both you guys get 2 hours of cardio. No, what I say is, Karina, you get X amount of cardio in order to burn the fat that we need to burn. Same thing for you. And if you cross-reference what they do, it's going to be different. And that's the thing, everybody's a little bit different. And it takes a skilled coach to figure out how much an individual needs cardio, how an individual should eat and what they should stick to, regardless of what everybody else is doing. Whether it's keto, paleo, fasting or not, it doesn't make a difference. It's about figuring out what works for the individual, and everybody is so different. The hardest part is finding a coach that is actually going to take the time to figure this shit out. It's not just a caloric deficit. It's not just keto. It's not just everybody gets hamburger cardio. It's not. It's what it is it's Karina. It's always going to be Karina. What she does and how it works for her is hers. Shouldn't call it keto. We shouldn't call it fasting. It's whatever Karina does for Karina is what she does, because it's completely her own, and it would not work on another individual. And that goes for everything. I mean, Esmeralda gets in shape drinking beer and eating burgers. That's just her body, and she's 42 years old. That's fucking awesome. I'm not like her. I wish I was like her. Michelle has to starve herself and do an insane amount of cardio to get lean. But she loves that shit. She gets high doing that shit. Myra has to do 2 hours of cardio toward the end of her prep to get lean. I don't think she likes it that much. But you know what? It is what it is. It just is what it is. And we all need to accept that which we are and honor and enjoy and celebrate who we are and the work we need to put in and the food we need to eat and honor that and take it and say, yeah, this is me and I can conquer me and I can, and I don't, what does the Tao say? The Tao Te Ching says, true strength is not conquering others, it's conquering oneself. And that, when I look at bodybuilding, that's why I love bodybuilding. The crazy discipline and the maze and puzzle of figuring out what works for your body and then executing, owning it and then executing and enjoying and saying, this is me. And I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm happy this is me. I just want to share that, guys, because I'm extremely passionate about bodybuilding. It is a spiritual experience for me. It is. It's a mind experience. Maybe not super spiritual, but it's definitely a mental meditation and a practice that is not fucking easy. It's not. If getting in shape was easy, everybody would be in shape, but it's not the case. It takes an honest student. It takes a student that is going to let the coach lead, but also a student that will share their own knowledge on what they're feeling and how their experience is with the journey, and then sharing that with the coach, and then the student and the teacher working together. Something else I want to add, and I know this video is getting long, is that my best athletes, me and them, have one time or another, multiple times, have wanted to rip each other's heads off, because this shit ain't fucking easy. It's just not. And we're going to push each other's buttons. We're going to be inconsiderate. We're going to use a tone of voice that either of us don't like. And it's like family. And it's like, it gets kind of hard. It gets hard and it gets aggressive. And it just, I own that too. I take that on. I know that I'm going to push people, maybe in places they don't want to be pushed at that moment, but I know that it's effective, and I know that that's my job, is to do my best. And I'm not always, I can't tell you how many times I've been inconsiderate. I can't tell you, and I feel like an asshole for it, and I know I have gone over the top. I know I've maybe said some things I shouldn't say, and I'm learning as a coach too. I've only been getting people in crazy fucking shape maybe the last 4 years. And I'm going to grow, and I'm going to get better. I get better every year, and this time goes by, but I've definitely hurt some people, and I've rubbed them the wrong way along this journey, and I'm sorry, and they know I'm sorry, and I didn't mean it. I'm just trying to make them better, and as a coach, I fuck up too. But I hope, everybody forgives me, and that I was able to move past those things, and I hope that I've brought them to a better place as a person with their body, and I hope that I've brought joy and understanding and a lot of knowledge into their life. And I hope they know that I love them. Everybody that I named this video, you guys know that I love you so much. And my life wouldn't be how it is without you guys. So thank you so much.
We're not done.